Hello Pisces, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw honest truth. This is your July tarot forecast, and your theme of the month is judgment, absolution. There may be a big announcement, but this also represents, this could be the announcement of something that you've been waiting for a decision on, so a judgment of a final decision. This is also an extremely important time to seriously reflect on everything in the past of your life to adequately move forward. And if I wasn't saying, and you're ready because you're hearing me say this right now. And also this could be a potential crossroads, a really important time to actually figure out the direction of your life, which is one of the reasons it's so important to completely and fearlessly reflect on everything in the past before you move forward. This is, in a sense, a rebirth. It's not always going to be easy, but it's very, very important in your growth. All right, let's see what else is in store for you for the rest of this month. But before I lay these cards out, if you could please subscribe, I would really, really appreciate it a lot, and it really helps me out so much. Thanks. Okay, what does Pisces need to know for July? Definitely a new opportunity coming your way. You've definitely had some deep reflecting in the past. Yep, this rebirth is coming, that is for sure. Overall, you will be victorious. I feel like there's someone. So I feel like in the past, leading into the situation, you've been receiving a lot of wisdom, ancient wisdom, when it comes to what's spiritually correct. You know the right thing to do. You may not necessarily have acted on it yet. I see that potentially happening by the end of this month. I feel like you've been reawakened in a sense, and maybe you want something new in your life. You might want a new type of, this could also be an opportunity that's been presented to you, a new job. This could be a wage increase, a new opportunity to live on a different part of the world, something like that. There's a new opportunity, and it's making you potentially, this has to do with a relationship. I feel like you're in a relationship. It could be love, friendship, family, with someone that you work with, etc. Okay? But this other person, I feel like, is a loner, and you might be their main connection. And I think that they're like trapping you in a sense that you're really shut down mentally, even though the stress is there, but it's under the surface in regards to this person. Like, I feel like you can't grow with this person. I feel like you're going to wake up from this, and I'm not necessarily seeing that you're going to be leaving this person, okay? That could happen, it might not happen. I'm just looking at this 1 month, but there will be a revelation. There will be something that will happen in the future that you, of this month, or maybe in the next month, that you absolutely cannot ignore. And it's actually going to make you realize that, look, a lot of the stresses that you have in your relationship with this person is actually because of them. Look, I know it takes two to tango and all of that, but looking at this, I feel like this person is mentally blocking you, and you've allowed that to happen. But I feel like in the future, you're going to break free from that. You're going to wake up from that. I feel like you're going to move forward in an area of victory. You're going to get more in touch with your spiritual energy. And that's because you have gained a lot of wisdom. And also, part of this wisdom for some of you could from the past, could potentially have been because maybe they had some secrets. Maybe they were being deceitful, something like that. Oh, it could be secret. It could be right now, potentially, that there's like a big secret and it's just being under wraps, but there will be, like, the lid's going to be blown in the future. So there's definitely going to be a revelation about particular aspects of the relationship that have been ignored, even though you know it's been happening. And I think, but you're really going to see how restrictive this person is, I feel like, when you have this new opportunity. I feel like they're not going to want you to move forward with it, but you're going to move forward with it anyway, and it's going to make them a lot more controlling. But I just think that energetically in the future, you could allow yourself to continue to be controlled by this person. I just feel like it would be even more of an energetic dissonance that it would be, you'll even if you decide to stay with this person in the way that things are, you'll know you'll have a much greater awareness that it's not working for you, at least not the way that it is at all. Let's get some clarification cards. Wow. Okay, so I feel like, there might be a piece of information, but it's not just information. I think that there may be physical, actual evidence, like maybe not physical, but it is clear evidence that is, for example, like an online photograph or something like that. Clear evidence of this other person betraying you. And it could be with someone else. Maybe they cheated on you. Maybe they talk negatively about you behind your back. Maybe they were hiding something from you, piece of information. It's some sort of betrayal. And it's something that you can no longer ignore. It's going to just be right in your lap, and there's no denying it. I feel like this information has been around for a while. It's been in the past, but I feel like in the past you've become a lot more solid on your feet so that you are able to actually be ready to receive this information. I feel like this person may be trying to prevent that information from getting to you, but that evidence is going to be there 100%. And it might actually shut you down in a sense. You might be absolutely furious about it, but I feel there's going to be a lot of tension. You definitely won't be agreeing, at least not straight away, about the way that things are. It could be potentially a lot of denial for one or both parties. I feel like this person wants to call the shots. They want to go with what feels right for them. They're not necessarily concerned about you, and that may have potentially been a pattern in the relationship. I think that this revelation, this big wake-up call, is going to create within you a big wish, a big desire for real love, you know? I think you're gonna realize that this relationship wasn't enough for you for a long time, but now there's this evidence that you absolutely cannot ignore, and it creates even more. So there's been like a separation with you for a while, but there will be even more of an energetic separation. It's going to be harder and harder and harder to maintain this relationship energetically for both of you, but especially for you. I think you want more in life. This will somehow open you up to want more and really think about what are your desires, what do you want, what's going to make you feel loved, what's going to make you feel really happy, what do you want, what are your wishes, what are your desires, you know? Okay, let's get some advice cards, and definitely make sure that you stick around for the destiny cards right after. All right, what does Pisces need to know for July? Advice cards, please and thank you. The Nine of Pentacles, it's really important for you to treat yourself. That doesn't necessarily mean spending a lot of money. It could, but it's really important to treat yourself, whether it's just, you know, the feeling of the sun on your skin, eating a delicious meal, whether it's, you know, you make it or go out to eat it, but really treat yourself. You really need to take care of yourself and make sure that you, are really enjoying the good things in life. Second advice card, Wheel of Fortune. Things have taken an unexpected turn. Probably if yourself right now had told yourself a month ago or maybe previously that this was going to happen, you'd be like, no way. This has thrown everything for a loop, but it's really important, and it is likely turned things in your favor, and further down the road will actually give you a much better life, the life you truly desire and the life that you deserve. This is a massive wake-up call. Your third advice card is the Four of Cups. So I feel like you want to, maybe the fours can be relatively detached, so you might want to somewhat emotionally detach from the way that you feel about this person and really think about things. Also, you might not quite believe this information when you first get it, but really think about it, really sit with it, stop ignoring it. In fact, there may have been previous feelings and instincts that you had in the past that you just chose to kind of ignore and not really look at. You didn't really want to accept it, but now with this new concrete evidence, you can't ignore it anymore. And you might want to meditate a little bit just to get that balance. And your final advice card is the Five of Pentacles. You will likely feel a lack of stability and security, and you will feel a grief and a loss from this emotional connection. You'll feel like you've been left out in the cold, but this is a pattern that likely goes all the way back to your childhood, maybe all the way back to some people who are now deceased, but the pattern still lives through your family, or whoever your primary caregivers were and their primary caregivers. So you really need to look at the pattern and also know that this feeling of grief and loss is temporary, because fives change very quickly. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and we'll get some extra advice cards for you. But please tell me in the comments below, what is going on? Have you discovered this concrete evidence about this relationship or this other person yet? Please do let me know. I love reading your nice comments. And even if this hasn't happened yet, please do come back when it does and let me know what new desires within you have been birthed, because sometimes when we just don't get what we want, it awakens within us this extremely deep desire to just live life to the fullest and go for exactly what we want with reckless abandon. And I feel like that's going to happen with you with this big revelation and wake-up call. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Always go with your first instinct. If you picked 1, yes, things that have happened very, very unexpectedly, but it is I believe, in your best interest in the future. There are going to be a lot of messages coming your way. This could be everything from text messages to emails, social media messages, but there's going to be a lot of fast moving energy that's coming with this change. Either straight away or very shortly after this change. It's going to be go, 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 go. Also, this could be, make sure that you're open to messages coming in from the universe, because they definitely want to nudge you in the right direction. And also just know that even when things fall apart, it creates more hope in the future, and just to forgive whatever happened. And your advice card is the Justice card. That's a potential Libra influence, but the Justice card is very detached and able to rationally look at things clearly, fairly, very balanced. So I feel like with this change, this, revelation and wake-up call, I feel like you're really you've actually got if you picked 1, then you've got, we've got Judgment cards, we've got Wheel of Fortune. This is crazy. Definitely lots of big changes. But yeah, you're going to be able to look at things more objectively, and definitely make sure you are trying to look at things clinically without that emotional attachment. Then you'll be able to understand things better, see things more clearly. If you picked 2, wow. This is definitely a wake-up call in a particular relationship, someone that you have a karmic connection with, and potentially someone who you maybe knew in a past life, which is why you feel such a connection with them. Maybe when you first met them, both of you felt like you'd known each other before. Now, just because that's the feeling doesn't necessarily mean that you're supposed to stay with this person for the rest of your life. Many people have many different purposes in our lives, and but I do feel that this was a soul contract. Sometimes with these people, it's meant to be for a certain period of time. Sometimes it's meant to be for the rest of our lives. So only you can know that. I feel like you need to be a bit more receptive and open, or you are going to be a bit more receptive and open to emotional messages coming your way. But you can still, and you might be a little bit of a mystery to this person still. And I don't necessarily see the relationship ending, it might, but what there really needs to be is a serious reflection of the negative pattern, the ups and downs. Relationships aren't supposed to, healthy relationships are not supposed to be emotional roller coasters where they go up and down and up and down and up and down. I feel like you've become more emotionally balanced. You still have some work to do when it comes to emotional boundaries, but whatever has happened with this person, this is a pattern that may, like I said before, it goes all the way back to your childhood. So really think about why that pattern's there. Reflect on the pattern. When was the last time you felt this way? When was the first time you felt this way? Really think about that and reflect on the shadow side of relationships. If you picked 3, wow. If you picked 3, stand your ground. You know, you have a lot of wisdom. You might be trying to move forward in a new direction. I feel like there's going to be a lot of BS coming your way, but you really just need to stand your ground and, you know, speak your truth. And it is okay to be open, but I feel like mainly just standing your ground and your integrity. Your advice as the Devil card is actually, I'm getting this, that you might, you might want to be a little bit manipulative and deceitful to get what you need, what you want, because if this person has been like that to you, you might need to actually try and give them a taste of their own medicine. I'm not saying that that's a good thing in the long run, but maybe in the short term, for example, if you need to escape the situation. But also as an advice card, this can mean don't get too stuck in negative thinking. You can always walk away. I feel like this person likes to make you feel they're very mentally manipulative and controlling. So they might make you feel like you're trapped. They make you feel like you're stuck, but you can always walk away at any point. You have that power. So don't ever let anyone make you think that you're ever stuck in a situation for any point of time. At any point, you can walk away. The choice is yours. We always have free will. If you'd like a private reading, please send me an email or check out my website. That's in the description below. You can also follow me on social media, and definitely make sure that you're subscribed because I do monthly and mid-monthly readings. And yeah, comment below. And if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. Okay, one more shuffle. No, yes. Okay. Loads of messages coming your way. There's going to be a heck of a lot of activity. You will no longer be able to ignore these messages. If you had been ignoring them in the past, go with it. These are messages from your spirit guides, from the universe, from your higher self. They really want what's best for you. Make sure you're connected with your spiritual energy and just go with the flow. Act on inspiration. A lot of activity coming up. You are going to be busy. Have a great month. Bye.